It certainly...
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Brissett taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They go read option with Wilson. And an alley to run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Justin Houston making his presence felt there on the backfield. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another 1st down at the Colts 19.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 19. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 19 yards away, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 47 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a give right side. It's Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson going for Metcalf. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougald. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Two times.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep for Hilton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
You got it.
A gain of 4. It's now
From the 25 on second down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Second and 5 now. Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
I'm coming.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Gets it to Gordon. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, just like last play.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.